why would a college football commissioner be good for the sport? Wouldn't he or she be just another suit elected by the suits that are already messing up the sport? This is a good question. This is what's dangerous about the concept. It's also why a lot of people don't think we'll ever have a college football commissioner. And to be clear, kind of what Xavier's talking about is what we have in the NFL. A lot of people look at Roger Goodell. He makes $30 or $40 million a year, which is wild, by the way, if you didn't know that. But really, people look at Roger Goodell and they say, yeah, his name tag says commissioner, but what power does he really have that the team owners didn't give him? Answer, none. He has no power that the team owners didn't give him. And so Xavier's asking, well, what would be the difference in college football? Everyone cries, oh, we want a commissioner, we need a commissioner, or at least a lot of people cry that. But what would it mean if we had one, if that person was only there to be essentially a puppet for the conference commissioners, the university presidents? And the answer is it wouldn't mean all that much at all. You'd still get the same outcomes. You'd still get the same things being dictated out as decisions being made for, as they would put it, the betterment of the sport. It would just come from one voice, seemingly, rather than a whole bunch of voices. But there is another train of thought here. And the train of thought is, Xavier or anyone else, look around now. We don't have that in college football. There is no singular voice right now. There is no same page right now. They couldn't even agree. The conference commissioners, university presidents, they can't even agree right now on something as simple as a playoff structure, and that's with all of them wanting to expand. So how are we going to have that? Well, the answer is you may not have it. You may look at it and you may say, we'll never have it. Which brings us to the next part of this question. If we were to have it, what would it ever look like? Because think about what you would be asking. If you had a college football commissioner, what you would have to have happen before that is you would have to have a lot of people who have power currently all meet and say, you know what we feel like doing, guys? Let's give up some of the power we have. Does it sound like something that these folks are ready to do? It doesn't to me. It doesn't to anyone who covers the sport or is close to the sport or watches the sport. So I don't ever think we're going to get there. I'd be happy to assume the role, but I would love to be a college football commissioner in which I was elected by the people. That would be fun to me. This game in some ways has never belonged to the fan, though. It's the best one out there for the fan, but it's never really belonged to the fan, if you pick up what I'm putting down. So, Xavier, I don't know that we'll ever have a college football commissioner, and to your question, if we had one, but all they were really doing was the bidding of college football commissioners and university presidents, it really wouldn't mean a whole lot of anything, because right now, when everyone says, I want a commissioner, what you're really saying is, there's so much disagreement out here. We can never get on the same page. We need one voice. We need one authority. Sounds great in theory. In reality, it wouldn't be great if you had the wrong person in that chair. But also, in theory, it sounds good, but in reality, it doesn't sound great because you won't ever arrive at that point because no one who has the power is ready to give it up. So that's where we stand with the whole college football commissioner debate, if you will. Moving right along, good question though, and I don't think we've heard the end of that. I think a lot of people are going to continue to cry for one, but secretly, behind the scenes, not really want one.